How can you decode the partnership of Hingis Mirza?
There's no decoding really to it, but
Well, strategy was extremely important while we were playing. I would be studying the previous matches of.
Can you see any other doubles team right now who can come close to this record or even breaking that?
if I can put that maybe such.
The perfect match.
Hello guys, hopefully everyone is fine. In this video, I will decode one of the best partnerships of all times, which is known as Hingis and Mirza. The partnership was formed in 2015 and ended in 2016. The partnership was also known as Santina, won 14 staggering WTA titles that include WTA 250s, WTA 500s, WTA 1000 level tournaments, along with 3 Grand Slams that include Wimbledon in 2015, US Open in 2015 and Australian Open in 2016. Apart from that, this partnership was also famous for its modern day record, which is 41 match winning streak. This format is no ad scoring along with super tiebreaker in third set, and this partnership has actually broken all the records, and there were many brilliant partnerships during that time when Santina was on roll. Garcia Mladenovic, Babos, Safarova and Matic Sands, Garcia and Srebotnik also. So these were prominent doubles partnerships during that time. In this video, I will be joined by various sports personalities that include Sania Mirza, 6-time Grand Slam champion, her partner in Rio Olympics 2016, Pratna Thombre, Gloria Majumdar, who is the founder of Rev Sports, coach Imran Mirza also, along with Ankita Raina, who is India's #1 and partnered Sania Mirza in Tokyo Olympics 2020 to present their views on Hingis Mirza. Kindly watch the video till the very end and support us in this initiative.
Decoding Hingis Mirza. Coming together.
For decoding Hingis and Mirza, I would like to take an opportunity to let the viewers know in 2014, Sania and Cara Black, they ended their partnership after winning year-end championships because Cara Black was supposed to retire in 2015. So Sania joined forces with Suwe Se, who was actually a very good doubles player. And has won many Grand Slams with Peng Shuai. Sania and Suwe started their partnerships in 2015 Brisbane. They lost in semi-finals, and then both forehand court players, Sania and Suwe, they both play on forehand. So Suwe switched to backhand, and they were not gelling up together. They lost in round 2 of Australian Open against Rasolka and Dabrowski in straight sets, and again they lost in Dubai Open 2015 second round, and then they decided to see whether they can work out Doha or not. And in Doha 2000, Sania switched to backhand and they reached the finals, but unfortunately they could not go all the way and they were not able to beat top teams. So the decision was made with Hingis, because Hingis was also not playing well with Flavia Pennetta. They lost in Australian Open round 3 and Doha round 2 as well as Dubai round 2 also. So they were also not gelling up together. So Hingis and Mirza joined forces in 2015, dominated entirely, winning a hat-trick. 5 reasons to decode the partnership of Hingis and Mirza. The first reason, an unbelievable coach. So Hingis and Mirza, when they joined the forces together, Imran Mirza used to coach the team of Hingis and Mirza. The first tournament they won was Indian Wells. They played pretty good and beat Makarova and Vesnina in finals of Indian Wells. After that, they went to Miami and they were playing against the same pair in the finals. They were down 2-5, and then Hingis and Mirza asked for on-court coaching, and Imran Mirza actually went to coaching Hingis and Mirza and gave some valuable tips that prompted the results. From 2-5 down, they won the match 7-5 and 6-1. So I did ask Imran Mirza sir how the strategy plays an important role in figuring out matches.
Of course, strategy was extremely important while we were playing, particularly when Sania and Martina were playing together. And I would be studying the previous matches of opponents who we were supposed to play and looking at some of their videos, and then I would also go and watch their match on court if I had a chance to do that and form some kind of a strategy. But then that strategy also needed to be changed sometimes when we went on court, and that's where I think sometimes I did play a role in a positive manner to help Santina. There was also a doubles match, I think, where Santina were playing with their second tournament together in Miami. That was in 2015. They're playing the final against Vesnina and Makarova. And they were down 2-5 in the first set and really struggling. And the main problem I thought was that Sania and Martina are both great at angles, and they were looking for those angles by staying wide of the court, and they were getting passed down the middle. And I thought that Vesnina and Makarova had come with the strategy to not give Santina the angles and try and go down the middle. So that's when I went in at 2-5 down and asked our girls to try and cover the middle instead of. And then once the middle was covered and the girls, the opponents started going wider, that's when they could use their whipped wrists and get the winners that they were capable of. That really worked, and from there 2-5 down they managed to win 7-5, 6-1, and that was, I think, probably the first time.
Imran Mirza is actually responsible for this unbelievable results. They've won many titles together, but it's the on-court coaching that actually mattered in some crucial juncture.
You have to do this one, but you don't try for too many brilliant shots at this point when you're not getting those shots. And I think you've served too much on Klepach's forehand. You can go down the middle also. Really, she has a better backhand, but yeah, change, because otherwise you are struggling with the forehand rallies. Yeah. Just stay there and play solid. Don't try to go for too much brilliance. Yeah. Yeah. Playing well. Just one bad game.
But already the first salsa should have played it back.
Yeah, right back. They were still in the match, very much in the set. Very much in the set. Get a chance at the net, you can move. Probably you're playing well at the net, you're moving well. Yeah, because the wrist is not moving as the way it has. Okay. Come on. Stop. Your feet a little bit, going a little bit tighter, so you just have to feel a bit more free. You're going to be ahead anyway. You're way ahead of this one. You just take some deep breaths, relax, and try to keep on playing the way you have. You are only hitting at about 40%. When you get a forehand, go at about 70-80% instead of 40%. It just slowed down too much. And you can move a bit more at the net. You're being a little bit less active at the net. Okay?
No, I was like kind
Yeah,
of
that's okay.
and then
That's okay. You miss a few. That's okay.
I moved back because I had to go back.
But
I was
stay
like
a bit
this
aggressive.
back.
Don't get too
Shit, I can't
defensive.
believe it.
Okay, that's
It's okay.
And use your forehand. You try and use your forehand, which is your strength, and you try and use your backhand for the winning shots. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
So the team of Hingis Mirza again calling the dad of Sania to the court, and it's nice to hear some quick feedback from how it looks on the side. Of course, on the court, emotions kind of blind you in a way, even if you're a super experienced player. And he's right. Sania maybe a little bit cautious on that forehand, and it's her weapon. She has to, get that confidence back to hit it.
The second reason that how Hingis and Mirza paired and conquered the whole entire world was the start. The start was very important because they wanted to see how they can pair up and do well in biggest tournaments like Indian Wells and Miami. Incidentally, they won both the tournaments back to back without dropping a set. And they went to Charleston, where Sania was chasing world number 1, and they won 3 matches in super tiebreakers along with the final in straight sets. The start to any partnership is very important to see how the game styles match with each other. Let me tell you, Sania has a brilliant forehand and Martina has a great backhand along with good at net. So this is a partnership that helps Sania to set all the shots to Hingis to complete the volleys. This is one of the biggest strengths that Hingis Mirza possessed, which was very difficult for other teams to counter on those tactics. The third reason how Hingis and Mirza produced brilliant results was the Wimbledon final. In Wimbledon final 2015, they were playing against same team, Makarov and Vesnina in the finals. But let me tell you, the surface was grass, which was in favor of big servers like Vesnina and Makarova. And Hingis and Mirza did not start the match well. They lost the first set 7-5, which was the first set drop against this team, and they won the second set 7-6, where nobody was able to break serve. But in the final set, Hingis and Mirza trailed 2-5, and then the dynamic of the match changed, where they produced clutch tennis, and then they formed this kind of a trust with each other that they can win from the breakdown and they can win biggest tournaments. It is a confidence booster for sure, and this was one of the biggest reasons how they produced those amazing results that they produced in later half of 2015 and early part of 2016. The fourth reason how this partnership got along was the superb winning match streak of 41 matches. Let me tell you, all matches obviously were played on hard courts, but again, most of the matches were no ad scoring matching, and importantly, super tiebreakers in third set. So it's a complete toss up in women's doubles, and producing 41 match winning streak is amazing. They've started the streak in US Open by winning US Open. After that, they won Guangzhou. Then they won Wuhan, Beijing. Apart from that, they won year-end championships where they won 5 matches on a trot without losing a set. Along with that, they started 2016 by winning Brisbane, then Sydney. Along with that, they won Australian Open 2016 and St. Petersburg. The streak obviously got ended in Doha 2016 against Kazakhstan and Vesnina, but let me tell you, this amazing match streak has everyone on the ropes, and this was something which is pretty amazing and pretty inspiring as well. The fifth reason why this partnership was one of the toughest partnerships to beat was the mental toughness. I'm showing you one clip where Hingis and Mirza were playing against Garcia Mladenovic in Sydney 2016. They were 1-6 down along with 2-5 down to be humbled against second seeds of that tournament, and how they turned it around. They won 1-6, 7-5 and 10-5 for that matter, but it clearly gave other teams nightmares that this team cannot be beaten, and these are the moments that Hingis and Mirza lived for. So I welcome 6 times Grand Slam champion, holder of 43 WTA titles, along with 4 times Olympian, none other than one half of Hingis Mirza partnership, Sania Mirza herself. I would like to ask you a first question, that how can you decode the partnership of Hingis Mirza?
I mean, I think that Martina and I just worked, everything about us worked, our chemistry on the court, off the court, the way we saw the game, the way we played under pressure, We complement each other. What I didn't have, she had. What she didn't have, I had. And we just consolidated each other's strengths. So there's no decoding really to it. But yeah, we just worked. Everything sort of worked. And we both loved big pressure situations and big matches and big courts and hence all the big results.
With the various partnerships in 2015, we are talking about the partnership of Makarova with Nina, Matic Sands and Safarova, Gasi Amladanovic. There were many other partnerships. How did Hingis Mirza create the record of 41 match winning streak?
It was pretty amazing to have the streak that we had, considering the competition was so tight. Yeah, we just went along with it. I think at one point it almost got to like who was going to be the team that was going to beat us. And really in those moments of 6 months probably we felt as invincible and so lucky as athletes to be experiencing that kind of high. So it was, it was really, really amazing to be part of history and to be creating that.
We all know that records are supposed to be broken. So can you see any other doubles team right now who can come close to this record or even breaking that?
I honestly don't know, who's going to come close to having that kind of record because the partnerships are changing a lot. The women's doubles is in a different place today a little bit, and a lot of players aren't really sticking together so much as we were. So I really don't know if I can put, but maybe Krachikova, Siniakova I can think of.
We're talking about various legendary partnerships, but we're talking about the partnership of Hingis Mirza. How significant it was for Indian sports.
The Hingis Mirza partnership has to be one of the best things that has happened in the history of Indian sport. I mean, imagine an Indian woman coming from the background that Sania did and going on to become the world's number one, winning a series of WTA titles, winning a series of Grand Slams, not losing a single match for close to a year and more. Had we ever imagined that this was possible? No. I mean, it allowed us to believe that even as Indians, we can scale the peak of tennis. As Indians, we can be the best in the world in tennis. That had not been done before. In women's tennis, no chance. Yes, in men with Leander and Mahesh, we had done extremely well. But even then, they did not sort of have this kind of a streak that they did not lose anything. So in that sense, this was something that we had not seen before. And it was a kind of eye-opener that even as Indians, we can do things which will always be talked about in the annals of sport. So Hingis and Mirza, massive. That 1 year was perhaps the greatest that you will have to say collectively for Indian tennis.
Mirza Hingis partnership is the best thing that has happened to tennis. Double sometimes is overlooked, and I think they have put us on the map. After being on a winning streak for the longest time, especially in this era when there is no ad and match tiebreak is clean.
There's absolutely no doubt that Sania Mirza has been the most influential tennis player from India. And not just tennis, she has inspired so many people, so many athletes from all the sports in our country and given them that Indians too can become number one in the world. Her partnership with Martina Hingis made some incredible new records. She was world number one for 69 weeks, and they together won the 3 Grand Slams, Wimbledon, US Open, Australian Open. Is such a great achievement because those are the most important events, and for any tennis player that's a dream. Also, Santina won 14 titles in 16 months and 41 consecutive winning streak. In tennis is no joke because that's like winning day in, day out. And tennis being such a physical sport, it's such a great achievement. Also, both of them had the highest number of matches won in almost 25.
To highlight little known facts where Hingis and Mirza are known for. Let me tell you, on clay they may not have won French Open, but they did reach 5 finals on clay, which include Charleston, where they won the tournament in 2015. Then they reached Rome final in 2015. They lost to Babos and Mladenovic. In 2016, they lost the final to Stuttgart final to Mladenovic and Garcia. Same pair beat them in a Madrid Open final. Along with that, in 2016, they won their last title together against Makarova and Vesnina in Rome 2016. Although their streak in Grand Slam matches got an abrupt ending in 2016 French Open round 3 against Siniakova and Krejcikova. Let me tell you guys, right now this team has won 7 Grand Slams, including all Grand Slams, 2 Australian Open, 2 French Open, 2 Wimbledons and 1 US Open. It means you need to have this kind of a team to beat Hingis and Mirza, which is one of the hardest thing to do in the game of tennis. Thank you Hingis and Mirza for all the memories. Thank you for watching the video till the very end, and thanks for all the support.